Residential schools were created to assimilate my people. Our ancestors and survivors were told our way of life was barbaric, savage, and in need of guidance. They wanted us to forget about who we are, and they did that by removing an entire generation of children. Our children are the faces of tomorrow, and when you remove children from their cultures, families, and communities, you sever that connection and those ties to how our way of life is learned and sustained. Residential schools deeply affected Indigenous self-worth, identity, and worldview. We were not allowed to be who we were born to be. This is why we honor the stories and voices of every Indigenous child who has been affected by Indian residential schools. Orange Shirt Day, or National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, is a day where we honor and support the voices and stories of residential school survivors. It is a day to stop and take a moment to remember our stolen children and recognize the impacts these schools have had on our people. Orange Shirt Day is an opportunity to educate yourself, your families, and your communities. September 30th is a chance to stand with Indigenous people and offer support and allyship. But most importantly, it's an opportunity to learn and listen to Indigenous people who have been silenced for long enough. This is the reason we remember our ancestors and survivors, so that nothing like this ever happens to our people again. My people are still reclaiming their identity, and it's something we take great pride in because our ancestors were forbidden from being who they were born to be. Orange Shirt Day gives us that space to remember the hardships we've faced as a people, and it reminds us of how far we've come. We are still here practicing our culture and revitalizing our languages. Our ceremonies are still here, and our children get to learn, free from colonial disruption. Forgiveness is about understanding. It's about trying your best to have empathy and compassion for people, no matter where they come from. We will never forget the legacy of residential schools. We remember for our ancestors, for our children, and for our faces to come.
Remember me, when the sun comes up in the morning sky, there I will be, soaring with the eagle so high, feeling free. Remember me.